There you are, girl.
Goldie!
Yeah, that's right. I'm back in the house.
I know Chris Brown is probably trying to get back in the house too. The house of Karruechue Tran. But hopefully she has learned from her reality checks. So Victor Cruz and Karruechue Tran are no longer together after being in a 3-year relationship. You know, Chris Brown is probably going to shoot his shot and say, hey, you know, do you remember the time when we fell in love? And I need Karruechue Tran to be like, hey, do you remember the time I was on Iyanla Vanzant? Okay. So I'm going to be honest with y'all. I forgot Victor Cruz and Karruechue Tran were even together. So to hear that they were broken up, I was like, oh, wait, I forgot they were even together. So, I remember when they first, you know, confirmed their relationship, I was like, yes, I'm glad that Karruechue Tran is in a considerably healthy relationship with a guy that adores her, right? Because she was coming off the heels of a crazy and tumultuous relationship with Chris Brown. And I mean, I remember when Karruechue Tran was on Iyanla Fix My Life. And I was just hearing all kinds of things. And I was just like, Karruechue girl, you can talk about this to Iyanla, but don't ever go back to Chris Brown. Please don't go back to him. Because for him to have you on a show like this, basically, is not good. Because I don't think Victor Cruz would have her on an Iyanla Vanzant type show. Do you understand what I'm saying? So fast forward to now. Okay, so Victor Cruz and Karruechue Tran have broken up. And they basically want to focus on growing their careers or whatnot. No hard feelings. Okay, got it. So they're moving forward with their life. You know, and looking at their relationship, yes, they dated for 3 years and, you know, things did not work out. But it seems like they look good together, but they were not meant to be together. And I wonder, like, what really happened between them? Like, what really happened? I know they're focusing on their careers, but that could just be a press release, you know? I know Victor Cruz expressed that, like, he had a mental breakdown while he was in New Jersey, you know, due to being in isolation, you know, with everything going on. So I'm like, okay, that's unfortunate. But, like, with their relationship, did one of them cheat? Did they just feel like, okay, we're not compatible? Like, what really happened, you know? So I was able to watch a video that Megan Thee Stallion and the Baby put out for their song Cry Baby, and it was, you know, decent, but I noticed that this video looked like the Don't Stop video and also looked like the WAP video, and I'm just like, Megan, I don't want to see any more Alice in Wonderland type videos. Now, I like Megan Thee Stallion. I really do. She's doing her thing. She's coolio with me. You know, she's going to school, working out, making music, promoting women empowerment. But we got to switch up these videos. Now, I know we in the middle of a panorama. They call it a panorama. Y'all know what I'm talking about. But, you know, we got to get creative, if you understand what I'm saying. But, Lord of mercy. So a couple weeks ago, I saw a video of Funkmaster Flex going to get liposuction, and I was like, boy, what is you doing?
I'm almost ready. I'm gearing up. Before they see me out here. Look, I'm not saying we'll be modeling. I'm going to be hot, though.
We had a lot of work.
I feel good. Yeah.
Great patient.
After effects is not that bad. Not bad.
And when I saw him, I was like, he is too happy, and I was too confused. See, when it comes to, like, you know, body surgery, like, you see women getting it more so than men, but at the same time, obviously we cannot take men out of the conversation because they're doing it too, but the expectations are so much higher for women. Now, with Funkmaster Flex, in discussing this whole lipo thing, he was supposed to talk about himself and not other people. And so in the midst of him discussing his lipo, he dropped some names in regards to people that allegedly get their body done as well. And he had a dry snitch like that. Now listen, he said that there are people that get their bodies done, such as Drake, Kanye West, LL Cool J, some football players, some boxers. And see, Funkmaster Flex, they might have got their body done or took the fat out of them, but nobody is taking the thug out of them. So if they catch you in these streets, honey, that's on you.
So Lisa Bloom has entered the chat with this whole T.I. and Tiny situation that's going on, but I'm gonna get to her in a minute. But I will say in regards to that whole situation that's going on with T.I., Tiny, Shekinah, and Sabrina Peterson and all of these women coming out, there's a lot of people that are talking about it, and I'm just going to say that I'm stepping back to just see how this story unfolds, because the truth will always come to the light. You have Sabrina Peterson, who is putting this story out and encouraging other women to come out, and there are just women that are naturally coming out. And then you have, you know, T.I. that's speaking on behalf of him, and Tiny that's saying, hey, this is not true. Then you have Shekinah, who interjected herself into this whole situation, and she's saying, look, I don't know anything about my best friend's, you know, personal life, but I will say that I don't think that she would do something like this. And so my thing is again, I'm going to sit back and see what happens. You know, I'm not going to say that these people that have put themselves out there are not telling the truth. Definitely not going to say that. But what I will say is that with Lisa Bloom, everything that she's involved in does not work out well. That doesn't mean, again, that, you know, now this whole case is just, you know, a flop. It's no good. I'm just saying that when she has a client and, you know, she puts them out there like, hey, we're going to win this case, you know, they've been wrongly accused or they've been wrongly done. And it's just like everything falls apart. So she's represented for women such as Tierra Marie. She's a singer and Love and Hip Hop star. You have Black China, who's a model or IG model and social media influencer. You have Nene Leakes, reality show star.
And if you also remember, Lisa Bloom represented for Quantasia Sharpton. And Quantasia accused Usher of giving her the herp. I don't want to say the whole word, but the herp. And you know, that whole case seemed like it was a joke, because like it wasn't even true. We couldn't even believe this young lady, but Lisa Bloom was right there, you know, rooting for her and representing her, you know?
And so with her representing this accuser here, like, I see that it's happening, but it's just, I don't see this turning out very well. It's just like she'll stand there at the press conferences and comfort the victim and rub their back, and then the case will fall apart. You know, with this accuser, I think it would have been better if she went and got a lawyer that nobody knows. No, you know, this person is unknown and they can help them. Then that would seem much more credible. But Lisa Bloom, that's the nail in his coffin for this whole thing, you know? So, again, guys, I'm not saying that any of these accusers are lying. I really don't know. I just want to step back and just see everything, you know, unfold to where it's going to go. But Lisa Bloom, no ma'am.
And lastly, y'all, many of y'all know Trey Songz has been trending because y'all know why he's been trending. And I happened to see a clip of him on the basketball court with some ladies, and I'm gonna show y'all that clip in a minute. But I also saw Nikki from Love and Hip Hop on the court with Trey Songz, and you know, they were being kind of flirty. But the thing is that y'all know, or some of y'all know, that Nikki has had her body done, and it looks very obvious, but she was in a bikini and she just, child, her body looked ridiculous. It just looked ridiculous. You could see the implants in her bottom. It was just, oh, y'all, I can't.
That's what I'm scared of every time.
All right, y'all. So just to wrap everything up with Victor Cruz and Karruechue Tran, you know, I'm wishing them the best after their breakup with Megan Thee Stallion. You know, I'm rooting for her, but I'm also rooting for her to kind of switch up these videos here. With Funkmaster Flex, he needs to mind his business. With Lisa Bloom being the lawyer for one of the accusers of T.I. and Tiny, it makes things with that accuser seem kind of shanky off bat, based off of Lisa Bloom's history with her clients, you know, so that's not a good look. You know, I believe honestly, like, if this accuser is serious, that she needs to go get a lawyer that nobody knows,
that, you know, that we can say, hey, okay, this girl means business. And lastly, with Trey Songz, y'all all know he was trending for what he's working with. But you know, just to see him with Nikki on the court, I was just kind of confused, y'all. But all right, guys, leave your thoughts below. Take care.